All right, today we are diving into a topic that's surrounded by a ton of fascination, and let's be honest, a whole lot of misunderstanding: Tantra Yoga. Our goal here is to get past all the stereotypes and really explore what it's truly about: a profound path of spiritual transformation. So, let's get into it.
To really get to the heart of what Tantra is, we actually have to start by clearing the air. We got to talk about what it is not.
So just for a second, think about it. When you hear that word Tantra, what are the first images or ideas that pop into your head? Just hold on to that thought for a moment. And there it is, right? The big contrast. On the left, you've got the common perception. Words like hedonism, indulgence, all about sensual pleasure. But the reality, the classical tradition on the right, it's a completely different story. We're talking about a highly disciplined, ethically grounded spiritual path that's focused on total transformation, not just fleeting pleasure. Okay, so if Tantra isn't what most people think it is, then what is its core philosophy? Well, the answer is both super profound and kinda surprising. At its heart, Tantra is a world-affirming philosophy. The name itself actually gives us a massive clue. In Sanskrit, Tantra comes from two different roots: Tan, which means to expand, and Tra, which means instrument. So quite literally, Tantra is an instrument to expand consciousness. Pretty cool, right? This quote just nails it. While so many spiritual paths teach that you have to reject the physical world to find liberation, get away from it all, Tantra takes a radically different approach. It says, no. Liberation is found not by escaping the world, but by completely transforming your experience within it. So here's the absolute game changer. Instead of seeing your body and the material world as some kind of obstacle, Tantra sees them as a living temple, a direct expression of divine creative power. This power has a name: Shakti. So your body, your senses, even your desires, they aren't things to be squashed or suppressed. They're forces to be understood and redirected toward a much higher goal: spiritual awakening. Now, that's a beautiful vision, but how do you actually achieve it? What are the practical, hands-on methods used to expand your consciousness and transform how you experience reality? Well, that brings us to the tools of Tantra. Tantra uses a whole toolkit of methods that all work together. We're talking about mantra, which harnesses the power of sound; ritual, which helps you internalize the divine; specific types of meditation that focus on the subtle body and its chakras; and even physical postures and energy seals known as mudras and bandhas. Let's look a little closer at mantra. This is so much more than just chanting. In Tantra, mantras are believed to be the actual sonic vibrations of consciousness itself. The idea is that by using these sacred sounds in the right way, you can literally, directly transform your own mental and energetic state. And then you've got ritual. In Tantra, rituals like puja are these amazing, highly symbolic practices designed to completely dissolve the boundary between you and the divine. There's even a process called nyasa, where the practitioner visualizes and ritually installs divine presence inside their own body, basically turning themselves into that living temple we were just talking about. Okay, this brings us to another really critical point. Tantra is not a DIY practice you just pick up from a book on a weekend. Traditionally, it is a structured, initiatory path, passed down through a lineage from teacher to student. And that path follows a pretty clear progression. It all begins with an initiation, or diksha, from a qualified teacher. From there, the practice usually moves from external rituals toward internalizing them through meditation. This whole process can lead to the awakening of this latent spiritual energy, kundalini, and it all culminates in the realization of non-duality, the ultimate union of Shakti and Shiva. Now, you've probably heard of other related practices, right? Like mantra yoga or yantra yoga, and it can be a little confusing how they all fit together. The key is to see Tantra Yoga not as just one technique, but as the big, overarching framework that actually integrates all these other practices as specialized tools. This table makes it super clear. You see, Tantra Yoga is the big system, the main framework. Then, within it, you have these specialized branches. Mantra Yoga zeroes in on sound, and Yantra Yoga uses these amazing geometric diagrams for concentration. They're all part of the same family, all working together inside that larger tantric system. So let's zoom out and bring this all together. Why does Tantra matter? What is its unique and, frankly, radical contribution to our whole understanding of spirituality? The most crucial takeaway is this. Tantra offers this profound challenge to the old idea that spirit and matter are separate. It asserts that everything, your body, your mind, the entire world around you, is all a single unified expression of one reality. And this is definitely not some new idea. These traditions have incredibly deep historical roots. We're talking about a formative period that stretches all the way from the 5th to the 9th centuries. This is an ancient and incredibly sophisticated system of thought and practice. Ultimately, it all comes back to this one powerful idea. The goal isn't to get away from it all. The goal is a fully awakened participation in a world that is finally recognized as being completely and totally sacred.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What if the ultimate spiritual goal isn't to transcend reality, but to participate in it more fully, more consciously? That, right there, is the radical invitation of Tantra Yoga.